Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, May 26th, and our goal for today, we want to be able to analyze a poem. So to begin class, I want you to go back through the article we read yesterday, and I want you to think of either an idea or a line that stood out to you, and then I want you to explain why. So a line or an idea that stood out to me was, and why. And then today I want you, if you have not finished reading the article, when I applied to college, I didn't want to sell my pain, then today that is what you are going to do. You're going to finish reading the article, and then you're going to answer the questions. So think about, what topics does the writer feel pressure to write about? What argument is the writer making? Do you agree with his argument? And how does the writer feel about his trauma? And then what role do images in the media play in the way we develop our identities? So really think about the images we see of either certain demographics or certain neighborhoods, and think about, how does that impact how we see ourselves? And then think, what is the most important line from the article, and explain why. When you are done with this, you will turn it in. So you will turn in 7.1. And then we are going to read a poem called You Don't Even Know Me by Sharon G. Flake. And I'm going to go through, and I'm actually going to read this poem right now. And as I am reading, I want you to either highlight or underline details about the speaker. So really think about, what is the speaker thinking? What are their feelings? How do they appear, and what are their actions? You could also probably add, what are their dreams, right? What are their dreams or their goals? So you are going to do this as I am reading. So you will download 7.2, and we will go through and read it. So it says, I sit in your class, I play by the rules. I'm young, I'm fly, I'm black. So of course I think I'm cool. Geometry is my thing. Physics is just a breeze. So it bothered me last week when you said I should be happy with that C. You know, I've been wondering lately, trying to figure out just how it could be that you're around me so often and still don't know a thing about me. You see me on TV, marching in the band, then you flick the channel, and there I am again. The news anchor warning that I'm someone you should dread. The police say I'm a menace, that you should be on alert. The nightly news recounts all the people they say I've hurt. The mayor says I'm a threat. Psychologists call me depressed. Bloggers can't figure out what's up with me, so they make up all the rest. You know, I've been wondering lately, trying to figure out how it could be that you could see me so often and still don't know a thing about me. I live next door to you, you see me on the bus. Sometimes you even tell me, just be quiet, child, hush. Then I'm out with my boys, 2, 5, or even 10. It's funny when that happens, you don't seem to know me then. I'm just another black boy, a threatening, scary sight. A tall, black, eerie shadow, moving toward you at night. You know, I've been wondering lately, trying to figure out just how it could be that you could talk to me so often and still not know a thing about me. We hang on the corner together, holding up the wall. I tell you about my dreams. You just want to talk basketball. I pull out my plans, detailing the cities I'll rebuild one day, swearing that people will know my name across the USA. You tell me to quit fronting, you ask who I think I am, pretending that I'm better than you. I know I really am. You talk about my house, the clothes I wear sometimes. Then you really hit me with what's been on your mind. You know, I've been wondering lately, trying to figure out just how it could be that we call each other brother and you still don't know a thing about me. Last night I had a dream. I flew right past the stars. No one was holding their pocketbooks or double locking cars. I chatted with the moon, calculated the circumference of the sun. Then right before I woke, I decided to take a run. I ran across the Milky Way, stole a peek at Saturn's ring, hip-hopped across the universe. I was me. I could do anything, so I divided into 1,000,000 black holes, rested my feet on the north and south poles. Slipped into my mother's dreams, my daddy's nightmares too. We talked about my future and the great things that I will do. But dreams don't last forever, and night turns into day, where people don't even know you, try to block tomorrow's way. But nothing can ever stop me, keep me from what's mine. The stars on fire inside me, shining, refining, reminding me that only I define me and the brightness of my destiny. So that is the poem that we are going to be reading and analyzing today. And now you have a set of questions. So I want you first to think about, describe how the speaker feels about his teacher. So the speaker goes through this poem and he's kind of talking to different people as he's going through the poem. So the first lines are about his relationship with his teacher. So think about, how does he feel about his teacher? And then what is one internal struggle? So an internal struggle, remember, is something that he feels within himself. So what is something that he is struggling with within himself? Then, how does the speaker think the world views him? And more importantly, how does that impact him? And then what is one goal the speaker has? And then what is one way the speaker is similar to either Danny from our book Mexican White Boy, or from the character from your independent reading book? Then, what line stands out to you the most? So as you are reading that line, which line stands out to you the most, and explain why. And then think, what would be some things that would be on this speaker's identity map? So if you had to make an identity map for the speaker, what would be some things that would be on there? And then what is the theme or the message? So after reading this poem, what is the message the author wants us to know? And then number 9, in what way does this poem connect with our article, when I applied to college, I didn't want to sell my pain? So kind of connect it back to that article we read yesterday. What are some commonalities with this article, with this poem and the article we read? And then lastly, describe how this poem was either a window or a mirror for you, and explain your answer. So remember, a window is something that is different from your perspective, something you are looking out and seeing, or a mirror is something that reflects you. So think of the ways that this might be, you might be able to really relate to this poem, or in what ways is this a window for you. So when you are done with your analysis questions, you will submit this in 7.2.